Look at the center of our solar system, the Sun, a golden, solitary king. It holds 99.8% of all the mass in our cosmic neighborhood. It is so large, you could fit 1.3 million Earths inside it. And yet, it is lonely. When we look out into the Milky Way, we see that loneliness is the exception, not the rule. Walk outside on a dark night, and most of the stars you see are not single like ours. They travel in pairs, twins. For decades, we assumed our sun was a typical single parent, raising its 8 children in solitude. But what if we're wrong? What if the history books of the solar system are missing a crucial chapter? What if our sun had a twin? Today, we are diving into the true story of the solar system's ghost. We are going to answer the question, could every planet in the solar system have a twin? Or did our entire system start as a perfect mirror image of itself? To find our sun's potential twin, we first have to look for clues at the edge of reality. Out beyond Neptune, where the sun is just a bright star, lies the Kuiper Belt. Here, time moves slowly. Some objects here take 10,000 years to orbit the sun once. But around 2016, astronomers Mike Brown and Konstantin Batygin noticed something impossible.
6 of these distant objects are all tilted the exact same way. Imagine 6 clocks on your wall, all ticking perfectly in sync, while the rest are random. That doesn't happen by accident. Something is hurting them. Something massive. Astronomers call it Planet 9. We haven't seen it, but we feel it. The math suggests a world 5 to 10 times the mass of Earth, lurking in the dark. But here is the problem. Planet 9 shouldn't exist. The outer solar system is a construction zone with too few bricks. You cannot build a super Earth out there. There just isn't enough gas and dust. So, if it wasn't born here, where did it come from? This is where the story gets strange. This is where we look for the ghost of the sun's twin. To understand the present, we have to go back to the beginning, 4.6 billion years ago. The sun did not rise alone. It was born in a crowded nursery, a cluster of hundreds of stars crammed close together. And in those nurseries, the rule is simple. Most stars are born in pairs. Astronomers like Avi Loeb at Harvard have proposed a startling hypothesis. The sun likely had a companion, a binary twin. It could have been a red dwarf, small and dim, or a star exactly like our own. We don't know exactly what it looked like, but we call it Nemesis, or sometimes the sun's long-lost twin. If that twin existed, it changes everything. In a binary system, gravity is a messy tug-of-war. The twin star would have dragged trillions of comets and icy rocks into the sun's gravity well. It would have stolen material from deep space and thrown it into our backyard. And most importantly, it could have stolen Planet 9. The theory goes like this. Planet 9 might actually be an exoplanet, a rogue world wandering the galaxy. As the sun's twin drifted close during those first few million years, it might have ripped the planet from its original star or dragged it into our orbit. It wouldn't just explain Planet 9. It would solve the mystery of the Oort cloud. The Oort cloud is a theoretical bubble of ice surrounding our solar system, 1 trillion miles out. The math shows there should be more stuff out there than the sun could have captured alone. But a twin star? A twin star is a net. It scoops up debris from interstellar space with ease. So for a moment, picture the early sky. 2 suns burning. 2 stars ruling over a chaotic family of planets. But if that's true, where is the twin now? The twin didn't die. It didn't explode. It was stolen. Star clusters are violent places. Statistically, most binary stars are torn apart within a few 100 million years. A third star,
a massive interloper, wandered too close to the Sun's family.
The interloper's gravity acted like a cosmic slingshot. The Sun was kicked in one direction. Nemesis was kicked in the other. Today, that twin star could be anywhere in the Milky Way. It could be on the other side of the galaxy. Or, ironically, it could be the very next star you see tonight. We simply cannot track it after 4 billion years of galactic drift. But here is the terrifying part of the story. What if the twin isn't gone? What if it's still here, hiding in plain sight? We've been talking about lost twins, but there is a more disturbing possibility. Not a twin star, but a twin planet. This is the legend of the counter-Earth. The idea is ancient. The Greek philosopher Philolaus theorized that there was a planet called Antithon, a counter-Earth, that always sits exactly on the opposite side of the Sun. We would never see it. The Sun would always block our view. In the 20th century, it was pure fiction. Marvel Comics used it for Warlock. Sci-fi used it for alien invasions. But in 21st century astronomy, the idea isn't so crazy anymore. There is a point in space called Lagrange Point 3, or L3. It sits directly opposite Earth, exactly 186 million miles away on the far side of the Sun. If a planet were placed there, gravity would be stable. It could hide there forever. So, is there a twin Earth behind the Sun? In 2020, NASA clarified this. We have satellites, like the stereo probes, orbiting the Sun that give us a 360-degree view. We can see the far side of the Sun now using helioseismology, listening to the Sun's vibrations. We have found nothing. No rocky twin hiding in the shadows. But wait, we haven't found nothing. We found something much stranger than a rock. We keep coming back to Planet 9. We can't see it. We can't find it with telescopes, but the gravity is there. In 2020, physicists Jakob Schultz and James Unwin published a paper that broke the internet. They asked, what if Planet 9 isn't a planet at all? What if it's a primordial black hole? In the first second after the Big Bang, quantum fluctuations could have crushed pockets of matter into tiny black holes. Some could be the size of a bowling ball, but heavier than Earth. If one of these primordial black holes is lurking in the outer solar system, it would look exactly like Planet 9. Invisible, heavy, dangerous. Schultz and Unwin noticed that the Ogle survey, a telescope that looks for gravitational lensing, detected anomalies in the outer solar system that matched the signature of a black hole. And here's the kicker. A black hole that size would have a dark matter halo. When dark matter particles bump into each other near a black hole, they annihilate into gamma rays. We have seen unexplained gamma rays shooting from the distant solar system. Coincidence? If this is true, then the Sun does have a twin. But it's an evil twin. A dark, dense remnant of the Big Bang. But there is a third option. The most romantic option of all. Let's go back to the story of the rogue planet. When the Sun's binary twin was ripped away, it likely took its own planets with it. But the Sun, being greedy, might have kept a souvenir. What if Planet 9 is the literal twin of a planet in another system? A mirror world captured from the Sun's sibling? This is supported by the NICE model, pronounced Nice, a theory of solar system evolution. We know the gas giants danced violently 4 billion years ago. Jupiter and Saturn were chaotic. In that chaos, they threw their siblings out of the club. Neptune and Uranus likely lost a 5th giant. That 5th giant could be Planet 9. Or that 5th giant was replaced by a planet stolen from the Sun's twin. So, does Earth have a twin? No. The counter-Earth is a myth. Venus is a hellscape. Mars is a desert. But the Sun? The sun almost certainly had a twin. We are a survival of a breakup. The evidence is written in the twisted orbits of the Kuiper Belt. It's written in the icy mountains of the Oort cloud. And it might be written in the dark heart of a hidden super-Earth we haven't found yet. We looked for a twin Earth behind the sun and found nothing but starlight. We looked for a twin star and found a ghost we call Nemesis. We looked for a twin planet and found a gravitational mystery we call Nine. Soon, the Vera Rubin Observatory will switch on. It is the most powerful survey camera ever built. In less than 2 years, it will map the sky so deeply that it will either find Planet 9 or prove that nothing is there. If they find nothing, then the twin theory wins. A black hole, or a rogue planet, or a lost star. The true story of our solar system isn't a story of 8 planets. It is a story of cosmic family. We were born with a sibling. We just don't know if our sibling died, ran away, or is watching us from the dark.
Maybe, somewhere out there, a star is shining. It has its own planets. Perhaps, on one of those planets, an alien is looking up at their sky, wondering why their sun feels so alone. And they are staring right back at us.